Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Today is day 9 of the Ram Naumi festival, and today is the birth date of Lord Sri Ram. Today is his birth day. Yes or no? Today is the Lord's birthday. I see you all are more happy on everyone else's birthday here at the ashram. You all are in a mourning mode. Today is the birthday of Lord Sri Ram. This birthday and birth date is factually absolute. Is factually absolute. It has not been thumb-sucked from the atmosphere by some prophet and a date created. In Valmiki's Ramayana, he gives us an astrological and astronomical indication. And then, with modern science today, you apply those mathematical formulations and you will arrive at this date. This is not a Mickey Mouse thumb-sucked date, because this is the date that the Supreme Lord entered the atmosphere. This is a date the Supreme Lord really entered the material atmosphere. And I stated that the Supreme Lord is the absolute scientist. And if he is the absolute scientist, then we must have capacity. We must have capacity to configure his birth date mathematically. The subtle consciousness or material consciousness of the Supreme Lord is in constant mathematical equations. From the time you opened your eyes, when your eyelid opened, it's a mathematical equation. You jumped in your car, the car is a mathematical equation. You started your car, it's a mathematical equation. You arrived here, it's a mathematical equation. The fact that you are perceiving this sound through a frequency, through wavelengths, which is permeating your eardrum, is a mathematical equation. Sanatana Dharma is a mathematical equation. Nothing happens in Sanatana Dharma without scientific evidence. Sanatana Dharma is the mother and father of all sciences. And this is endorsed in the Bhagavad Gita, and I'm going to read 2 or 3 verses for you quickly to clinch the injunction and the statements that I am making in this discourse. Chapter 8 Verse 15. Having attained me, great souls are never again subject to birth, which is transient and abode of sorrow. They have found the highest perfections. Verse 9. All the worlds, down from the realm of Brahma, are subject to return, O Arjuna, but on reaching me, there is no rebirth. Those who know the duration of the day and night understand a day of Brahma to last for 1,000 yugas and a night of Brahma to last for 1,000 yugas. So, a day of Brahma is 4.320 thousand years times 1,000 times 1,000. The 4 yugas combined is 4.320 thousand years, and then times 1,000 is a day of Brahma. That is 4.320 billion years. 4.320 billion years. Creation, partial creation exists in a day of Brahma, and then devastation takes place. The entire globe is filled with water, and Brahma goes to sleep. And Brahma goes to sleep for exactly 4.320 billion years. And at that point in time, when Brahma is asleep, all our souls enter Lord Brahma. And 4.320 years later, when he gets up in the morning of his next day, partial creation takes place again, all the water recedes, and we, as per our karma, takes place again. Now, I won't use the word modern science. Material science have concluded this time that our creation is 4 million or 4.4 million years old. This figure is given exactly in Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma don't talk in 5 years, 10 years, 500 years, 2,000 years, 1,400 years. Sanatan Dharma talks in trillions of years. Trillions of years. That's how we get the figure 3.11 trillion, 40 billion years. That's the duration of the full creation and full annihilation. All of you understand? So, I'm talking figures. Figures means science, and science means absolute evidence, and absolute evidence means absolute truth. So, Sanatan Dharma is not some Mickey Mouse mythology where the Ramayana is thought to be some old legend folk story. The Ramayana is as real as the oxygen you breathe in. That's how real the Ramayana is. And everything that has taken place in the Ramayana is the absolute truth. And this is an absolutely real birthday for Lord Shri Ram. Somewhere in Treta Yuga, between 1.7 and 2 million years, Lord Ram was born in Ayodhya. In Ayodhya. His birthplace is known. His parents are known. His grandparents are known. His DNA is known. Everything about Lord Ram is known, because Lord Ram is the absolute truth. It is not some figment of Valmiki. Valmiki saw the truth and he compiled the truth. It is necessary for me as a guru in the Sri Sampradaya to reinstate this truth to the world. This truth has been destroyed by the British when they colonized India. They were so shocked and amazed at a perfect civilization, at a harmonious society, intelligent society, spiritual society, that they knew that if they did not destroy this spiritual cohesion of the followers of Sanatan Dharma, then they would not be able to survive in Bharat. So they systematically destroyed Vedic knowledge. And this is why our own Sanatan Dharmis do not believe in the Vedas, because their minds are colonized. Even after 70 years of the British live in India, the minds of majority of Sanatan Dharmis in India is colonized. They themselves do not believe in the Mahabharata and the Ramayana as being historical. So it is our incumbent duty, gurus in the Sri Sampradaya specifically, to bring and aggressively bring this truth to the fore. And I'm using the word aggressively, because if you don't put aggression into colonization, that mindset won't shift. Are you understanding, Satish Bhai? So I'm not saying catch somebody, yank him by his collar, smack him into Vedic understanding. Alright? Because I'm seeing some comments on my post. They believe I'm a violent guru because I said that pastor must have it. When I said the pastor must have it, I meant spiritually and intellectually and legally and through an administrative procedure. And then I saw myself on the video, and it really looked that I was going to squeeze his throat and until he cannot breathe when I said have it. Okay. So, Satish Bhai, we need to become soldiers in Sanatan Dharma, and we need to take this factual and eternal truths and reinsert it in the software of those that are born into Sanatan Dharma. We must remove the virus of colonialism. This is how powerful Sanatan Dharma is. Sanatan Dharma gave the world physical science. The West stole physical science and acted as if they found physical science. Sanatan Dharma gave the world mathematics. The West stole this information and they acted as if they founded mathematics. And I'm saying this with evidence. The British raped India of everything that India had. I'm saying this with evidence. Where is the Kohinoor diamond? Where? It's on the Queen's crown, is it not? Is it not? Are they returning it? You understand how big thieves they were. On one hand, they looted India of its spirituality, and on another hand, they pushed the Bible down the throats of Sanatan Dharmis from India. Yes or no? Yes. Do you understand? And we have to take a stand. We have to get up. And one of my posts was shared in one of the groups by someone I don't know, and he rightfully put, "The sleeping giant has awakened." That was his heading when he shared my post. The sleeping giant has awakened. And we're going to leave no stone unturned. No stone unturned in our quest to bring Sanatan Dharma back to its prime position. As God gifted us Sanatan Dharma, we want to bring Sanatan Dharma back to that status. Gone are the days where people are going to laugh at Sanatan Dharma and make a mockery of Sanatan Dharma. Those Bibles that were forced into the throat of Sanatan Dharmis, I'm creating a medication for you to spew that Bibles out. And I want to give you the real biblical teachings. The real, not that forced biblical teachings which was pushed down your throat. The real biblical teachings is lying in the Vatican. That is the real biblical teachings. Okay? So, it is with great joy that we celebrate the birth of the seventh avatar of Lord Sriman Narayan. It is with great joy. And the Sri Narayan Dham has made his birth, no matter how minuscule in our efforts, absolutely relevant. Absolutely relevant. It is on this great day that we have been invited to a church. And in this rain, we will make our way to this church. For this pastor who invited us is a true disciple of Lord Jesus Christ. So you have 10% pastors and you have 100% pastors. 10% pastors are there to make their 10% tidings. They will walk over Sanatan Dharma, tell you about trance, and they don't have anything to talk about from the real Bible because their intention is not pure. Lord Jesus Christ does not enlighten them with absolute Christianity. Then you get these 100% pastors who don't care about the 10% tidings, who don't care about wealth, who only cares for humanity. Today I am going to grace the presence of this great man and great soul, Pastor Roy. This great man and great soul, Pastor Roy. On this day, after 7 days of fighting the Ravanas, when I supposed to go and rest in my kutir, I'm giving my last energy for Pastor Roy, because he is a true disciple of Lord Jesus Christ. And there are thousands like him, and we will engage with all of those thousands, because there is no difference in the teachings of Lord Jesus Christ and the teachings of Sanatana Dharma. These 10% pastors have created a difference to enrich their 10%. These 100% pastors don't care. They are absolutely spiritual. So it is through the grace of Lord Ram, because Lord Ram appears in the Hebrew Bible. He is the ancestor of David and Lord Jesus Christ. Lord Ram is the ancestor of David and Lord Jesus Christ, and his name appears in the New Testament as Aram. Okay? Don't get confused. Lord Ram has to be everywhere. Lord Ram has to be everywhere. And if Lord Ram is everywhere, then Sanatana Dharma is everywhere. Dana, I see you running home. Okay. Dana is going to worship his Sita. Okay? So I want you all, and hope you all enjoyed this week. And I read these discourses, these verses from the Bhagavad Gita for a specific reason. And I've given you these time durations for a specific reason. Desire and hate. Desire and hate. Pleasure and pain. Desire and hate. Pleasure and pain is the essence of every soul. The essence of every soul. It lives, it is the consciousness of every soul. Desire and hate, pleasure and pain. It is a natural element of the soul, which is expressed through consciousness. Lord Sri Krishna states that if you come to me, you will never ever feel hatred and desire, pleasure or pain, because my domain is even higher than the domain of Brahma. Even higher than the domain of Brahma, because although Brahma's domain is 311 trillion 40 billion years, it is temporary. It is temporary. So since time immemorial, eternally there have been three designations of souls. Souls that are in karma, souls that are in karma because of the propensity to have desire, hate, pleasure, pain as an element of the consciousness. Then the other type of souls are souls that underwent karma and took liberation and acquired liberation. And the third type of souls are those that did not allow the propensity of desire, hate, pleasure, pain to affect them. You understand? So there are three types of souls. And it is for this reason that the Lord incarnates and sets up a system so that you can follow how He lived as a human on earth, and you can liberate yourself and go back to the Supreme Lord. And this is one of the reasons you have to go on the internet, you have to start reading the Ramayana, you have to start understanding the Ramayana, and you have to make Lord Ram's appearance in the material universe profitable. Because he came, his ultimate reason was to show you how to live as a human, as a sanctified, purified, spiritualized human, so that this could be your last human life. And he also came for my chairman. You all know my chairperson? Do you all know my chairperson? One of his reasons was specifically to show Vishwadhar Ramanuj Das and teach him a lesson. So Ravana kidnapped Sita. Ravana kidnapped Sita. Who is Sita in her ultimate form? Mother Lakshmi. And who is Lord Ram in his ultimate form? Lord Narayan. So Vishwadhar has captured Sita and kept it in his bank for a long, long time. Long time. Like Ravana couldn't keep Sita perpetually with him, Mother Lakshmi cannot be captured and contained. Cannot be captured and contained. Vishwadhar need to open up his bank account and let Lakshmi filter through freely. Vishwadhar need to free Mother Lakshmi. Otherwise, Lord Sriman Narayan will help him to, or whack him unless he frees Mother Lakshmi. This is also a significant scientific Vedic injunction not to hoard your wealth, because when you hoard and keep wealth forcefully in your pocket, she, Mother Lakshmi, will escape. Will escape with the intervention of Lord Sriman Narayan and Hanuman Baba. So Vishwadhar, before Hanuman Baba starts coming towards your location, make a deposit in the ASRF account. So Vishwadhar is not going to sleep this whole night. Guaranteed. Elena will attest to that. Because he'll get up with heavy nightmares. Because he doesn't know when the Guru is serious and he doesn't know when the Guru is joking. And that's our relationship. Okay, are there any questions? And this is the purpose for Seva, so that Mother Lakshmi does not stay captured. And when you free her, she loves to return. Because the relationship of love is freedom. I hope Elena is listening. I hope she is not tied and bound. Okay, relationship of love is freedom, and that freedom is prosperity. That freedom is prosperity. And if Mother Lakshmi is not captured, then she will live with you through her own will. And that is abundance. That is abundance. So you start spinning Mother Lakshmi around and she gets very, very happy. And that happiness you will see in your prosperity in every facet. Mother Lakshmi is not monetary prosperity only, in every facet of your life. And with this, I want to conclude this great week. We do not have words in the English language to express our quantum of gratitude to the Supreme Lord for giving us this beautiful ashram, for giving me a good set of devotees, and maybe Lord Ram left Sita here for Guru to take care. That's how Lord Ram, that's how much Lord Ram trusts the Guru. Alright? So I want to end this discourse, and we know that Lord Ram is never going to leave this ashram. And this consciousness, this elevated consciousness, you must continue to embrace, because Lord Ram is going to become our first avatar on Tulsi Lane, the lane for our parikrama. But we're not going to put him in the rain, and I was going to do a special installation today. However, because it's raining, he also gives a signal that before we put any murti form outside, they have to be properly housed. Okay? So as soon as we get the house, and the culprit just left to worship Mother Sita, he was supposed to have created the roof for Lord Shiva. Alright? So we'll coordinate on that. This same feeling, can you feel this feeling? Can you feel elevated? You can source this every time you come to the ashram, because this consciousness is now instilled in the murti specifically for you to withdraw. So whenever you come to the ashram, don't just drive in, do your parikrama, all the murtis that's installed outside, take how much you can fill. Okay? Happy Ram Naumi to all of you. Jai Shriman Narayan.